Did you kind of grade the offensive line in practice the last 2 days?
We were okay yesterday. I thought we had our best practice today. I thought this was probably one of our best practices since we started the season. I thought it was from start to finish pretty good, so I was pleased where they're at today.
How can you tell us it's a better practice? Is it more effort, energy, or?
Yeah, the energy is better. The execution's better. Everything was pretty clean today. Just thought it was one of those things. They were better than they were yesterday, and it's probably the best Wednesday for sure we've had.
Coach kind of called them out on Monday. How would you grade their game last Saturday? What didn't happen that needed to happen?
Well, the biggest thing in the run game. We didn't create holes. We hit the right guys, but we didn't sustain blocks or create holes and get them through the line of scrimmage. And if we don't do that, it makes it pretty hard on us to run the football. And it really made us one-dimensional, hurt us. And obviously, it was a lack of offensive production. And when you're one-dimensional, that's going to happen. You know what I mean? So we were very poor. And then again, quarterback got hit too many times. Like I said, we got to do a better job to make sure that they stay upright.
Was there one guy that was maybe better than the others, or was it pretty bad across the board?
No, I mean I thought the two tackles pass pro pretty well. We just got to pass pro a little bit longer, and then run game, it was just a combination. We never felt like we were five guys doing it all together. I mean we. Two guys doing a pretty good job, and then the other three really not, or some combination of that.
Is it surprising to see that the group not as choreographed as they usually are, considering how long they've spent together? And
yeah, I mean that's last year at this point we didn't hit stride until game 3, and even you could really say game 3, game 4 is when we hit stride as a unit. This group, they have a lot of experience, but this O-line hasn't played together. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is a new O-line, just with guys that have experience. So like I said, the only guys that have played next to each other and started games were Cody and Dillard. We got Fred as a new starter, BJ as a new starter, and sometimes it just takes a little time to gel in those things. And you come out and you face one defense for a spring and a fall camp, and you get pretty used to how to attack them, and then you come out and you got a couple different looks that you're getting from a different opponent, and you're not really in sync yet. And that's kind of where we're at right now, and we need to get on stride this week.
Do you think it's a group that kind of can rest on its laurel a little bit too much with being kind of pegged one of the better groups in the conference?
Yeah, hopefully they're not listening to that stuff. I mean, we try to tell them, not to listen to the noise, and whether it's good or bad, so we try to keep that out of their heads, and just want to keep their thoughts and focus on the process instead of the results. So they need to go out there and work every day, and every game is a chance to prove themselves and move forward.
What do you make of Oregon State?
They're a good football team. Like I said, they've had some troubles. I don't think this is where they want to be, but they got some kids over there that can play. I know last year they came out and hit us in the mouth, and they hit a lot of people in the mouth and had an opportunity to win a lot of games last year. They just couldn't find a way to win it late, and that's kind of the way it's happened this season. The first half of every game has been a close game, and then for whatever reason they hadn't been able to finish one. But this series going back the last couple of years has been a close game. And I expect to be a close game that we're going to have to win in the second half, fourth quarter, and we're going to have to bring our A game to beat these guys.
It's been a game where Luke in the passing game have had a lot of success the last 3 years. I think he's passed for almost 1,300 yards against them. But what about Oregon State allows you guys to be so kind of prolific in the passing game every year?
I'm not sure. I think some of that is just our execution. If we execute properly, we should throw the ball for a lot of yards on everybody, and that's just the way we're built. So, his first start was against these guys, and he played one of the games of his life, down there, and then had 2 really good games since. So, looking for him to go out there and have his fourth really good game against these guys.